a different squad right now, far from that Nueva Ecija team that he led to the finals. But he still has the core of players that led that championship run for the Rice Vanguards a couple of years ago.
And of course, you could watch us live on our Facebook page and YouTube channel and also on Solar Sports on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. Ngayon, Javi, tungo na tayo sa Pangasinan Heatwaves. So far, it's been a redemption season para sa kanila, no? And those back-to-back wins, including this one against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. We covered this game. They were trailing by 7 points midway in the fourth quarter, pero they made their push behind Hesed Gabo and Vic Manuel.
Yeah, you love that you're seeing that kind of resurgence galing kay Hesed Gabo na nasabi mo nga at the top of our coverage has really been a long trusted point guard of Coach Gerson Cabiltes. He has not been able to show off that kind of composure that he's been known for, especially in seasons past when he was the best point guard of this league. But in that game against Pampanga, he regained his touch and was able to lead a late game surge for the Pangasinan Heatwaves, helping them over the defending champions sa laro na yon. Excellent quarterbacking. He scored when he needed to and also set up his teammates when needed.
And as a result, dealing the first loss of the defending champions, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Ngayon, for the Batangas City Tanduay Rom Masters, it hasn't been an easy trip so far sa kanilang torneo dito. But here against Bataan, where they struggled for offense in the first half, they were down by 10 points, but they made their way back and were able to steal this one away from the Bataan Risers.
They suffered a similar fate as they had already been in against the Quezon Huskers, where they only scored 4 points in the second quarter, and they managed to get Bataan to score 15. But in the fourth quarter, talagang bumulusok sila, and they were able to give Bataan a dose of their own medicine. They scored 27 points while limiting the Risers to just 10 markers in that pivotal fourth quarter that really gave Batangas City that victory. You see here the numbers, 40.3%. But the free throw shooting, I'm sure Coach Cholo Villanueva would want a better percentage from the charity stripe sa laro na yon. And very important in this game against Pangasinan because I'm sure this one's gonna be a close one and it's gonna go down the wire.
And ngayon, tungo tayo kay Mika Abesamis, who is with two of the premier players for the respective squads. Mika.
We will be seeing a lot of frontline action tonight because of these two, Vic Manuel and of course, Jex Apenan. Vic, alam ko naging teammates kayo ni Jek sometime in the past. Gusto ko lang malaman, anong naaalala mo sa laro niya? Anong nagugustuhan mo?
Yung hustle ni Jek, alam ko, sobrang sipag niya talaga eh. From the practice hanggang sa game, nadadala niya. So yun, yung hindi ko makalimutan sa kanya, saka yun yung gusto ko sa kanya, yung hustle niya.
Vic, anong gusto mo sabihin sa fans ng Pangasinan?
Siyempre, supportahan nyo kami lagi sa mga games namin. And hindi lang yung Pangasinan, lahat ng team sa MPBL, saka buong MPBL. Yeah, thank you.
Maraming salamat, the muscle man, Vic Manuel. Jek, sa tingin mo, bakit nagtatagal pa rin ang career ng isang Vic Manuel?
Siyempre, unang-una, si Vic, kilala ko yan. Maalaga sa katawan yan, tsaka simula noon, tsaka hanggang ngayon, hindi nagbabago yung laro, napakahirap bantayan. So yun, gawin lang namin yung inanda namin para sa kanya. Sana magawa namin.
Maraming salamat, Jex. Anong gusto mo sabihin sa fans ng Batangas? Lalo na sa lahat ng nandito ngayon sa arena ngayong gabi.
Mga Batangas fans, suportahan nyo kami hanggang dulo. Sana andun pa rin kayo at galingan namin every game. So yun lang.
Maraming salamat, Jexter Apenan. Now it's gonna be Batangas versus Pangasinan. Richard Tampos, let's go.
Get ready everyone for tonight's main game here at FPJ Arena, San Jose, Batangas. It's Pangasinan versus your Batangas City. The 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Here are the starters. Beginning with your Pangasinan Heatwaves. At guard number 6, Ian Melencio. Small forward number 9, Harvey Pagsanhan. Point guard number 11, Josh Fontanilla. Playing center number 23, Jay Collado. Power forward number 28, the Komodo Dragon, Michael Mabulak. The head coach is Gerson Cabiltes. His assistants are Noy Catalan, June Marzan, Florian Pineda, Ariel Sison, Harold Nang, Joseph Guion, Dan Sabier, and June Medina. And now, the inaugural season champion, your Batangas City Tanduay Ramasters. At forward number 24, Mark Cruz. To guard number 22, the sniper de Mexico, Levi Hernandez. Coming in at center number 14, Chris Porter. Point guard number 10, CJ Isit. And at forward number 7, your very own from Malbar, Batangas, O'Neil Arim. Their head coach is Cholo Villanueva. His assistants are J.R. Aquino, Warren Capitan, John Arenas, Dino Enrile. Assistant team manager Gilbert Alea, team manager Gina Lapaz.
Our starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. For Pangasinan, different look again for Coach Gerson. The backcourt of Fontanilla and Melencio. Up front, Jay Collado, Mike Mabulak, and Harvey Pagsanhad. For Batangas City, this was the five that they rolled out in their last game against Bataan. CJ Isit, Levi Hernandez, Chris Porter, O'Neil Arim, and Mark Cruz. So these two familiar foes add another chapter to their intense rivalry of sorts. Although Pangasinan, a lot of new faces. Expect Vic Manuel Hesedabo to come off the bench once again and provide some spark para dito sa Pangasinan, seeking their third straight win. The tip, mapupunta sa panig ng Batangas City.
Yeah, expect these two teams to really try and play out their system as much as they can.
And two of the winningest coaches, if not the winningest coaches here in our league, Coach Gerson Cabiltes and Coach Cholo Villanueva.
Yeah, correct. Two of the longest tenured coaches as well.
Collado goes to Ian Melencio. Fontanilla comes out, takes that free, much-needed basket for Joshua Fontanilla, who struggled against Pampanga.
Yeah, I think Fontanilla has been expected to deliver this season para sa Pangasinan, but hasn't really been able to put up those numbers that will significantly impact Pangasinan. So Coach Gerson, by starting him a lot, is giving him that constant opportunity to be able to prove himself.
Chris Porter with that one-hander. 3-2 Pangasinan.
Chris Porter was brought into this Batangas team to be that post presence that they have been lacking the past years. But so far, he has been able to adjust and really fit into this system of Coach Cholo Villanueva.
Mike Mabulak, hindi successful doon sa kanyang turnaround jumper. Levi Hernandez sa bandang kanan. Inigay muna kay CJ Isit. Collado tried to keep in step with him. Popping out is Mark Cruz, who has had himself a stellar season so far. Solid numbers para dito kay Mark Cruz.
Definitely, arguably, one of his best seasons in the league. Almost 8 points per game para sa kanya.
Collado, quick catch and shoot. Jay Collado has found the range early.
Well, Jay Collado certainly coming into this season and looking so much better. He's trimmed down a lot. He's lost a lot of weight, and it's helped him on the floor, not just by being faster, but also by being able to stay on the floor longer.
Meanwhile, Levi Hernandez with Pagsanhan draped all over him, able to cash in. Tabla tayo, 6-all. Melencio against O'Neil Arim. Flips it up and in. Ian Melencio, tough shot.
Could have dropped it off to Michael Mabulak, who was asking for it anyway. But Melencio has always been known to be a shot maker, and he's able to manufacture a lot of shots despite a high degree of difficulty. Ang panalaiking ng Cavite.
Oh. Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. Jay Collado. CJ Isit. Hernandez, this time from free. Off to the right. Mabulak the rebound. 3 minutes gone by here in quarter number 1. Melencio on the left side. Working against Onilarim. Fadeaway jumper, Ian Melencio. Tapikan ng bola, mapupunta kay Mike Mabulak. Fontanilla. Working with Mike Mabulak. Fires a free and scores! Second free for Joshua Fontanilla.
He was very confident stepping into that shot, waved away Collado, told him to go to the right wing and ask for that Mabulak screen. Pulled up, he made that defense pay by going under the screen.
Remember, he had that big shot and that comeback win against Ilagan. Although he was scoreless against Pampanga, so yung consistency, no, yung hinahanap dito ni Coach Gerson from Joshua.
Yun talaga yun eh. There you see Fontanilla making the defense pay. He's already hit one, so if you're Batangas City, you have to recognize those kinds of spurts by the offensive players of Pangasinan.
Hernandez jockeying position with Harvey Pagsanhan, met by Jay Collado. Oh, last touch on Levi Hernandez.
That's the right call. Good pressure defense without fouling there for the Pangasinan Heatwaves. That's exactly the kind of defense that you should play against a top-notch offensive team.
The Heatwaves. Fontanilla and Pagsanhan not on the same page. They are perfect at the three-point area though. 3 out of 3 so far.
I don't know why that pass was made. Obviously, there was no way for Harvey to get to that basketball.
CJ Isit tried to turn the corner. Porter recovers. Quick release by Levi Hernandez. Cruz fights for it. CJ Isit nakakuha. But Cruz again from mid-range.
The reason why he's been playing so well is because of that ability to hit that mid-range jumper. Diyan talaga siya madalas nalilibre, and he's worked on it, and he's proven to Coach Solo Villanueva that he can contribute because of it. But on the other side, this is no new thing for us. Michael Mabulak scoring inside through the contact.
Mike Mabulak having himself a resurgent year for the Pangasinan Heatwaves. You mentioned the injuries he had to deal with last season, Javi, but here, look at those numbers, almost a double-double.
He was so crucial when Nueva Ecija made that unbeaten run in the regular season when they won the championship. It was so hard to stop him.
14-8, Pangasinan in the midst of an 8-2 run. Hernandez could not control the pass. But sabi ng ating game officials, last touch ang Pangasinan. Then second, Pagsanhan, Hernandez. Di pa na-inbound yung bola, merong iskisan.
They're definitely going to review that. Ball was already about to be put into play on that baseline, and then suddenly Harvey runs in and barges into Levi Hernandez.
Takamdam mo, Javi, si Levi gustong mamain din si Harvey sa ilalim eh. But
Tama ka dyan.
Harvey certainly not backing down.
But Coach Gerson was already mad about something even prior to that.
Yeah, he's right at the face of our game officials early here in quarter number 1.
If I'm reading the lips right, I think he was saying, silipin mo, kasi parang meron na siya nakikitang nagawa ni Levi prior to that. I think there was a hook around the neck of Harvey Pagsanhan.
Heatwaves in number 9, Harvey Pagsanhan for sportsmanlike behavior.
So only a warning on Harvey Pagsanhan.
For sportsmanlike behavior.
Ito lang na itawag laban kay Levi Hernandez. Saying also that Coach Gerson is actually also lucky to not even get just a warning.
Oh, great cut. Chris Porter muffs that layup though. But ball goes back to CJ Isit in traffic. Fadeaway jumper, Levi Hernandez. Wala pa din. Tapikan ng bola. It ends up with Mike Mabulak.
There should have been a pass to the outside. I think Onilarim was waiting for it on the left wing.
Pagsanhan goes up strong for the finish.
That's a nice answer. coming from Harvey Pagsanan. You go up and you get called for a warning because of that scuffle with Levy Hernandez. That's the right way to redeem yourself.
Unilarim gets blocked by Ian Melencio. Porter. And Batangas City discombobulated on that trip. Approaching the 4-minute mark of the first quarter. Tres galing kay Ian. No. Mark Cruz corrals the miss. Isip in transition. Bagsak si Fontanilla and Levy Hernandez will be called with an offensive foul.
Levy obviously denying that call vehemently. Let's look at it again. Watch Hernandez on the left side of your screen. So really running in to Josh Fontanilla, who stood his ground there. He was anticipating Levy Hernandez to go all the way.
Malasan ng tao para sa magkabilang kupunan. Porter and Unilarim will check out. In comes Don Ochea and Seda Plaza. Di Gregorio also in together with Vic Manuel and Hesed Gabo. Manuel against Ablaza. This is a fun matchup. Mabulak, ball tap loose. It will go to Batangas City.
It's not a coincidence that both Vic Manuel and Seda Blaza are coming off the bench tonight para dito sa parehong kupunan. Because both coaches expect that continuity in their second units, and that's the reason why they have their best players come off the bench.
Teardrop does not work for Hernandez. Melencio again. Try to get the rebound. Isit comes up with it. Ablaza, short stab off the window. Good.
That's his range. Anywhere from 14 to 18 feet, said the Blaza, especially if left wide open, that's going to be money in the bank.
Vic Manuel, susugod. One-hander gets the friendly roll plus a foul.
It just looks so easy para sa kanya. He's making mincemeat of the defense almost every time down the floor. He fakes the handoff here to Di Gregorio, which forces Ablaza into a little delay while trying to rotate back on him. That gives Vic Manuel the time para makabuelo and absorbing that contact before the shot.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Vic Manuel, big-time acquisition for Pangasinan. This is on the free throw though. Pangasinan in the midst of a 12-4 blast. They have taken control here, 18-10. Valoria is in, just inside the arc. Oh, Gabo, skies high for the rebound. Outlet to Mike De Gregorio. Oh, sidestep beauty from Mike DG.
Might have not been the way I would have executed it, but if it ends in a basket, I'll take it. Why not? De Gregorio, he had Jory Napoles running ahead of him, threading that middle, but De Gregorio going to that sidestep to evade the defense and finish.
Last break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke. Not okay are the Batangas City, and they're trailing by 10, 20-10.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas, 50 ka. 50 tayo, 50 si MD. Hati mo si Manny.
Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. And what about this start by Pangasinan, Javi? Up by 10. Early here. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here.
Well, they came in. First unit had Josh Fontanilla firing down a couple of threes. And then after a little trouble on the other side, Coach Jerson Cabiltes inserts two of his best players in Hesed Gabo and Vic Manuel, who right away restored the order and has been keeping Batangas City at bay sa laro na to.
Only shooting 25% are the Rum Masters before that hit from Jong Baloria.
Rare inside incursion right there without much pressure and without much traffic para sa Batangas City, because Pangasinan has done a wonderful job in really making it hard for Batangas City to get inside the paint.
Under 2 minutes remaining, line drive by Manuel Mintes. Bagsak si Napoles, natulak siya doon. Mukhang si Don Ochea yung mapipituhan.
Outside of Vic Manuel, I believe that Jory Napoles is the next most important off-season acquisition para dito sa Pangasinan. He just brings so much to the table. Stuff like that, getting those loose balls. It comes out of nowhere sometimes. Hindi mo na lang napapansin, nagugulat ka na lang, nandun na siya, kinukuha yung bola sa taas.
Arguably, Javi, their most versatile player. Ito si
Yes.
Jory Napoles. Can play the 3, the 4, sometimes the 5. And he's a nightmare matchup for the small forwards of the opposing teams.
Indeed. I mean, you look at those limbs, Ken. Ang haba ng galamay. Oh, but that time, naunahan sa doon ni Seda Blaza.
Ablaza getting the step. 4 straight points for the Rum Masters. Trims the gap to 6. Di Gregorio against Don Ochea. The switch. Ablaza. Di Gregorio inches closer. Rebound controlled by Jexter Apinan. Siya na magbababa dito. Ablaza against Jore. And Apinan and Esid Gabo fighting for position underneath. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Nauna kasi yung kamay doon ni Jory Napoles, and when you have your hand reaching out like that, it's pretty hard for you to try and slide down with your feet to keep it step with the offensive player.
Jong Baloria, side step, no! Extra step daw. Hindi makapaniwala si Jong.
That might have been a move that he has made his whole career, but the interpretation of the new rules have really put all kinds of plays like that into a bad light.
Galanza, quick catch and shoot. Knocks that one down from beyond the arc. Galanza, it's been hot and cold for him at that big game against Ilagan. Prior to that, he only averaged 1.3 points. Pero nanlamig din ulit siya laban sa Pampanga. Oh, MJ, this is from long distance, but could not connect. De Gregorio going right at MJ de la Virgen, but MJ standing his ground, and Apinan gets fouled after getting the rebound.
That's a good foul coming from Pangasinan. They're not yet in the penalty. That was their second to the last foul to give.
Last shot time if you're the Rum Masters. Down by 9, 23-14. De la Virgen against Heset Gabo. MJ. Hinahanap si Apinan. Jexter. 6 seconds. Attacks Vic Manuel. Ablaza there to clean it up. 6 points for Seda Blaza off the bench. First quarter comes to an end. And after we were knotted at 6 apiece, Pangasinan made their run, a 14-4 run. Batangas trying to keep in step here. Let's see the highlights here in the first quarter, Javi.
A couple of threes by Josh Fontanilla, and then itong Batangas City, those shots from the perimeter by Mark Cruz were actually the things that kept Batangas City within striking distance. But then the second unit came in, guys like Mike De Gregorio and Heset Gabo, Michael Mabulak, Vic Manuel, all contributing to Pangasinan making this lead at the end of 1.
23-16, Pangasinan ahead by 7 at the end of quarter number 1.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas, 50 ka, 50 50 tayo! 50 si FB! Hati mo, si Manny!
At the top of the coverage, two of the most consistent coaches in terms of their systems are these two, Coach Cholo Villanueva and Coach Gerson Cabiltes, still relying on the same people, especially in the end. Coach Gerson may have added materials, but look at how he has enhanced performances of Mabula, Collado, and Gabo, who are all redeeming themselves this year. Coach Cholo the same. And game situations, who does he go to? Jexter, Sed, Jong, Levy. While some people may say that these are old styles and old men, these two will surely beg to differ, maintaining the top spots so far in their respective divisions. Ken, Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Kaya nga nang binanggit natin, Javi, no? Ang dami na nagbago dito sa ating liga. Pero yung mga manlalarong binanggit ni Mika, still as reliable as ever for their respective coaches.
Tama ka dyan, Ken. And you know, I already had a conversation with Coach Cholo Villanueva before about this. I think it was in the 2023 preseason a couple of years ago. I asked him, Coach, are you not gonna move on from your current core of players? Are you not gonna try and experiment with newer, younger players? Sabi niya, no, Javi, I will stick with my men until the wheels fall off.
3-point shooting in favor of Pangasinan, 4 out of 7 in the first quarter. That's not their strong suit so far to begin the year. In the bottom 5 in terms of 3-point percentage and mix. But, you know there are guys like Mike DG, you have their Bonga Lanza just ready to explode at any given moment. As we see here, a foul against Pangasinan.
Kasi yan ang naging problema nila last year. That's why they really tried to address it with their off-season acquisitions. The outside shooting, hindi mo naman pwedeng ipagkaila na that is also an important part of the game nowadays.
De La Vergen turns the corner. At the last moment, dishes it off to Ablaza. Quick catch and shoot. Jong Baloria drills in a free.
He wanted a foul.
Gabo. Ooh. Uncharacteristically out of control. Turns the ball over. Ablaza sidestep. Nope. A foul drawn by Jexter Apinan. At di makapaniwala si Vic Manuel.
He is in complete utter disbelief.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
That's good defense. Just better coming from Jong Baloria. Actually said the Blaza already had a shot but turned it down.
Baseline inbound para dito sa Rum Masters. Baloria. Lost control. Ochea luckily was there to pick it up. And just like that, Batangas cuts this lead down to 4 points after trailing by double digits early. And the Rum Masters behind their bench mob. Jong Baloria hit a free earlier here, losing it. And Don Ochea, easy pickings underneath. We have a timeout on the floor. Pangasinan on top, 25-21.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod 50 si Manny. Kanipagaw. Para sa 100% Pinas 50 ka, 50 tayo 50 si FB. Hati mo, si Manny.
Aba, Mika and Sydney. Si Sydney pala nandito na, of course.
Nandito na, oh.
Captain Marbel, the background. Ayan, nagpakita dapat. Ito naman eh. Ito, nandito po tayo sa FPJ Arena. Side note lang, Javi, this is the 4th straight time that these two squads under Coach Gerson and under Coach Cholo have been involved in home and away situations. Remember, with Nueva Ecija, we see Hesed Gabo drill in a free. Balik sa 7 lamang ng Heat Waves. With Nueva Ecija, they faced off against Batangas in Palayan City in Season 4. Season 5 sa Batangas Sports Complex naman po tayo. Nanalo ulit ang Nueva Ecija. And then last season in Calasiao, bumisita naman ang Batangas City. And they won that game. So Coach Cholo winning the last meeting, but Coach Gerson nanalo naman in their previous 2. So ito, home court naman ulit ng Batangas this time here sa FPJ Arena.
So this could be the tiebreaker in their series, no?
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
I'm sorry, no. Coach Cholo can tie the series with a win here. So Jexter Apinan with some very low numbers this season so far.
Yeah, slow start ng kay Jexter. Bagsak si Jory. Wrestling with Jexter. Sed. Karambola.
That's a lot of kicking and long arms going up.
Oh, Jory is hot.
So is Cedro Blaza. I think Jexter got hit in the mouth. There's some blood on his lips.
We have to take another look at that one, but we saw Jory Napoles, Cedro Blaza fired up. Jexter Apinan remains on the floor though for Batangas City. Looks like he has a bloody lip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yun nga yung sinasabi ni Cedro Blaza na meron nga daw siko na binato.
Oh yeah. He is bleeding profusely from the mouth, Jexter Apinan. Let's see here. This was off that miss.
Napoles was already on the floor. You see, watch the elbow. That left arm. Ayun o.
Ayun.
Yun yung sinasabi ni Cedro Blaza. And there might have actually also been a punch after that.
It was interesting that si Jexter hindi nag-react. It was said that reacted to that hit by Jory Napoles.
Pero alam mo naman, Ken, these two players have been with each other for quite some time already. Dynamic duo na yan and they will protect each other as much as they can. That's a type of brotherhood that they share.
Oh yeah, for sure. All the way when they were with Makati in Season 3. Cedro Blaza, Jexter Apinan. Coach Cholo was part of that. They were 1 game short of making it to the finals that season. Just losing to the Davao Occidental Tigers. And then here, 4 straight, actually 3 straight Southern Division Finals appearances with the Batangas City Tanduay Rom Masters. But has yet to make the national finals.
Mukhang di lang sa bibig no? Pati sa ilong
Oo
May dugo
Yeah.
Got hit right smack in the middle of that upper lip and nasal area. This is gonna be, I expect, quite an extensive review.
Yeah. Kasi this is a big one.
Saka ang hirap rin kasi tingnan talaga Medyo ang daming nakaharang rin
Oo. Ba't ibang angulo kailangan nilang tingnan dito. You always say it's a tough job to be a game official. We heard the official verdict and we'll just wait for our game announcer Richard Tampos to give it to us. But ito, Jory Napoles has cooled down after that heated exchange.
It was an unsportsmanlike foul on number 27, Jory Napoles, for excessive hard contact. Second foul on Jory Napoles.
Unsportsmanlike foul against Jory Napoles for excessive hard contact. Jexter still being attended to at the sideline. Jexter Apinan, always one tough cookie para dito sa Batangas. And they're seeing the replay on our LED wall. That's why the fans here up in arms. Now jeering on onto the side of Jory Napoles right now. So Kenneth Ighalo will come in to shoot the free throws. Ighalo, pasok yung una.
That's the advantage when you get to pick the free throw shooter coming off the bench. You get to pick the best one. And Kenneth Ighalo, certainly one of the more steadier shooters from the charity stripe para dito sa Batangas City.
After that long skirmish, we're back into action here. Baba sa 5 ang lamang dito ng Pangasinan, 28-23. Over 2 minutes gone by here in quarter number 2. Bagsak si Hesed Gabo. Offensive foul laban kay Don Ochea.
This is gonna be a long game.
Oh yeah. For sure. Check here this hard screen, actually moving screen by Don Ochea.
Yeah, it wasn't a very hard screen, but I gotta tell you that Hesed Gabo sold that quite well.
10 seconds left for Pangasinan. Gregorio receives the pass against Baloria. Time winding down. Manuel having trouble, and Batangas forces a shot clock violation.
Interesting also that it's Kenneth Ighalo, the one picking up Vic Manuel. He plays the 4 spot right now with Dexter Apenano on the bench. This is actually a small unit on the floor para dito sa Tanduay Rum Masters.
Yeah, Ablaza playing the 5 right now. Could stretch the floor though. He's up against Mabulak. Ighalo, popostehan si Bong Galanza. These two were teammates. Ablaza, short stab, good. Shed Ablaza with 8. Manuel, high-low play. Inside, Mabulak, too strong. Batangas City making their run. Ighalo open for free. Good!
Turned out to be a nice change of events para dito sa Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. Napaganda pa yung pag-upo ni Dexter Apenan at pagpasok ni Kenneth Ighalo dito sa laro.
Vic Manuel, binasic lang, pabandang tira. Stops that run by Batangas City. 30-28, action picking up here in the second quarter. Under 6 minutes remaining. Pocket pass, Don Ochea. Can't finish. Mabula comes up with it. Gabo, oh great pass. Galanza is wide open but could not connect from free. De La Virgen. Umangat dito si Jong Baloria. Fakes the handoff. Going up against Di Gregorio. Fadeaway jumper by Jong. Short. Tatakbo dito ang Pangasinan. Gabo. Mabulak. Left hand. No! Ball ends up with Jong Baloria. Numbers here for the Rum Master. Seda Blasa glides in. No good, but Ochea able to clean it up.
That's what he's there for, and that's what he's been known for here with the Batangas. The hustle galing kay Don Ochea. Trailing that play and putting it back for 2 points.
Gregorio pulls it back out. They swing it. Manuel, quick free. Off the heel. Ball corralled by Jong Baloria.
Batangas City has certainly picked up the pace here, and Pangasinan is trying to keep in step with them in this quick action that they have been having. But unfortunately, the heat waves haven't really been making good decisions.
Nakaagaw na naman dito ang Rum Masters. De La Virgen scanning the floor. Libre si Ighalo from the other side. That one pops out. Gabo. Gets it to Mabulak. Mike backing down Sid. Kick out pass. Di Gregorio has yet to hit a free, and that continues. Bagsak si Mike Mabulak. Baloria in transition. Gets fouled hard by Hesed Gabo. Mike Mabulak asking for a challenge. He was hit in the breadbasket.
And you don't see that every day. Michael Mabulak going down like that, and really writhing in pain right after. He's tough as nails. And for him to go down like that, ibig sabihin meron talagang nangyari.
Tingnan natin ha. Ito yung tres ni Mike DG. What do you think, Mr. Palanya?
Parang wala naman. I don't think there was enough force that merited a fall, and the expression of pain like that, I think Mabulang was just trying to sell that contact.
Kasi Sid, di maduming player yan. Sid Ablaza.
Exactly.
He doesn't have that kind of reputation.
It was just a simple box out attempt, arm bar, pero walang close fist eh.
Meanwhile, merong update si Mika about Jexter Apinan.
Bodies falling one after the other, tuloy-tuloy ang daloy ng dugo sa ilong ni Jexter Apinan. They're nursing this, but you will see on his face that he is more worried about the game while holding a tissue on his nose. Without Ambo, he knows this will be challenging for their front line as one of the reliables. Ken Javi?
Oh, alam din niya no, yung kahalagahan nung larong ito, no, between these two squads, still early in the season. But you know, John Ambuludlo still not with them. Oh, technical foul against Mike Mabulak.
So there's going to be a technical free throw, and it's going to be given to Jong Baloria. Mabulak still repeatedly complaining about the non-call, but we saw it on the replay, kid. There wasn't enough para matawagan si Seda Blaza.
Merong contact, pero, well, number one, there was no really wild wind-up. And number two, there was no real intent to hurt.
Yes. At most, it should have been just a loose ball foul. Pero yun lang yun.
Maloria, nagbintis kanina. Makes good on his third. But Batangas taking the lead now, 32-30. They were down by 10 points earlier. It was 20-10 back in the first quarter. Under 4 minutes remaining here. Unang kalamangan para dito sa Batangas City. Robin is in for Pangasinan. Napoles also back in the fray. Oh, great backdoor cut, but Pagsanhan could not finish. Flores, nasa loob na din. Bagsak na naman. This time, it's Pagsanhan. Down on the floor. I think it's the arena, Javi.
Yeah.
FPJ. Daming gusto magpabugbog sa una eh.
It would be a disgrace to the King if the games here wouldn't be as action-packed as it is.
Ralph Robin, instant offense off the bench. Ties the ball game up at 32 apiece. De La Vergen, tightly guarded by Fontanilla. Ighalo tries baseline. Wayward pass.
That's a dangerous pass. Panyamogan was the one wide open.
Di na-recognize doon ni Kenneth Ighalo. 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining here. De La Vergen will trigger it in from the sideline. Ablaza. Laban kay Chory Napoles. De La Vergen, 2 seconds on their shot clock. Ablaza not recognizing the situation, and they were forced into a shot clock violation.
Unable to break the tie for the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. Dami pang oras dito sa first half, Ken. Still a lot of things that could happen in this game.
Fontanilla back in. He hit 2 threes earlier in the first quarter.
That's a block, yes.
Yep. Nagsak si Ighalo.
Medyo alanganin yung naging question niya dun eh. I know he was trying to go for the charge, but Ken didn't really angle his body right enough para maunahan sa pwesto si Harvey Pagsanhan.
It's been that kind of a ball game so far between these two Titans. Ralph Robin to Fontanilla. Back to Robin. swings it to his former EAC teammate. Pagsanhan badly misses the free.
Might try to get something going inside here. Pangasinan has been in the penalty.
MJ slowing things down for Batangas City. Turns the corner. Oh, great pass. Ighalo drills in that free.
You love the shot. That was an open look. Specialty of the house para kay Kenneth Ighalo. But what about the pass, Ken? MJ de la Virgen through traffic. Looked like he was going nowhere, but still able to locate Ken Ighalo on the left side.
Pagsanhan. Binawi yung tres. And has something to say to Kenneth Ighalo.
I'm not sure that's a man that you want to provoke. Let's see about this right now.
Under 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. De la Virgen navigating through that pick. Oh, basket and one for Mark Cruz. Great slide by Mark after that gorgeous feed by MJ De La Virgen.
De La Virgen, from being a collegiate standout with the JRU Heavy Bombers to now playing for Batangas City, he has certainly ramped up his game to heights I never expected it would.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. MJ started with JRU as a scoring guard. And then the evolution to being a full blossom point guard under Coach Cholo Villanueva. Napoles from the left corner and sinks in that three-pointer.
I love the back and forth between these two squads. Both teams just refusing to give an inch here.
De La Virgen buries that one. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh my.
It's been a slugfest between these two squads. 40-38 is our score. Batangas ahead by 2.
I'm getting goosebumps just by watching these two teams. We're not even in the fourth quarter yet. Patapos pala tayo ng first half.
Bad pass by Fontanilla. But they recover. Ralph Roven steps into a free off the heel. Pagsanhan comes away with it. 50 seconds remaining. Fontanilla laban kay Panyamogan. Flores offering that screen. Fontanilla. Napoles. This time from the left wing. No good. Meron na namang bagsak from the Heat Waves this time. That's Mark Cruz called for his first foul. We have a timeout on the floor. Batangas ahead 40-38. Back and forth we have gone here in the second quarter. Batangas City, hindi rin magiging madali yung mga susunod lang laro. Ito, San Juan on April 10, on the 26th, the Pasay Voyagers, and then Ilagan on May 3.
That's going to be a common theme for a lot of the teams this year. It's not going to be just one stretch, two stretches. It might be even 3 or more hard 3-game stretches para sa lahat ng ating mga kapunan. That's just a testament to how well numerous teams have really beefed up their rosters, and that's why the playing field has been much more balanced this year.
Si Gong Flores natawagan ng offensive foul. 34.6 seconds remaining in the first half. Panyamogan steps in for 3. Off to the right. That was a tough-looking shot there. Ball ends up with Pangasinan. A chance to tie or take the lead on this final possession of the half. 12 seconds remaining. Fontanilla sends it to Ralph Robin, who continues to shoot. De La Virgen peeks at the clock. A second remaining. MJ, no good. And the second quarter comes to an end. And much like we anticipated, a heavyweight slugfest between these two titans, Pangasinan and Batangas, locked into a classic. But Pangasinan led by as many as 10, but Batangas City at the half on top by 2, 40-38.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas, 50 tayo, 50 si MP. Kahati mo, si Manny. Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Para sa atletang Pilipino.
Para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Para sa kababaihan, para sa pamilyang Pilipino.
Para sa kinabukasan. At ito po ang MPBL Party List number 77 sa balota.
Back at the FPJ Arena for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis and right now I am joined by 3 special guests. Congressman Caloy Bolillo of the 4th District of Batangas, Mayor Ben Patron of San Jose, Batangas, and of course, Sir Ron Munsayak of the MPBL Party List number 77. Magandang gabi po, mga Ginoo. Sir Ron, as usual, it has been a very busy week for you. Saan po kayo mga nanggaling itong linggong to at saan namin kayo aasahan makita next week?
Well, first of all, Mika, gusto ko bumati ng isang magandang gabi sa lahat ng mga fans dito sa Batangas. Ibang-iba talaga yung fans sa Batangas at sa lahat ng nanonood sa Facebook at sa YouTube ng MPBL. Well, Mika, last week umikot kami sa Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, sa Rizal. Next week naman ho, nasa Visayas kami, particularly sa summer area. Kasi talaga true to our platform at promise, bababa talaga kami. We will really try na maabot lahat kasi gusto namin ipaabot na plataforma ng MPBL Party List ay mas maparami pa ang sports program sa buong bansa, hindi lang sa basketball but sa ibang sports din.
Maraming salamat, sir. At syempre, marami tayong volunteers. Ano? Bukod sa kanila, sino po ang mga gusto nyo pang pasalamatan?
Well, gusto ko pasalamatan first lahat ng fans ng MPBL at ng mga supporters sa MPBL Parties. In fact, marami nandito ngayon. Kayo po ang lakas ng MPBL as a league. Kayo po ang lakas ni Senator Manny Pacquiao at ang MPBL Parties. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
Right. Once again, Sir Ron Munsayak of the MPBL Party List number 77. Kong, magandang gabi po. Nakikita po natin, napaka-exciting nung ball game, lalo na at humabol itong Batangas. Kumusta po kayo while watching this game?
Well, obviously, ang mga Batanggenyo napakahilig sa larong basketball. And sa napakagandang laro na ito, nitong naanghos pa ang aking distrito, kami lubos-lubusan ng pagsuporta at kilala ng palarong basketball na ito ng MPBL.
Maraming salamat, Kong. Meron pa po ba kayong mga gustong batiyan at pasalamatan?
Kung mayroon akong pasasalamatan, I would like to thank Senator Manny Pacquiao for spearheading the grassroots basketball in the entire country. At lalo na dito sa lalawigan ng Batangas, sa aming distrito, ang larong basketball ay talagang yan ho ay binabantayan at inaabangan ng mga basketball enthusiast dito sa aming lalawigan. At sa aking mga kadistrito, hi po at keep on watching MPBL.
Alright, maraming salamat po, Congressman Caloy Bolilla of the 4th District of Batangas. Magandang gabi po, Mayor. Tuwing nandito po tayo sa San Jose, talaga namang napakasaya namin dahil ang ganda ng pagtanggap ng mga Batanggenyo dito. Mayor, ano pong gusto niyo sabihin sa lahat ng tumatangkilik sa inyo dito sa loob ng arena ngayong gabi?
Una tayo nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan dito sa ating bayan ng San Jose. Talaga nakikita natin ang inyong mga suporta, lalo na pag may mga dumadating na bisita, pinakikita natin ang ating tinatawag na bayan aasenso kapag disiplinado. Kaya naman ito siguro kaya tayo binabalik-balikan, ikita nila kung paano tayo tumanggap ng mga bisita, kung gaano kainit natin silang tinatanggap.
Maraming salamat, Mayor. Meron po ba kayong mga gustong batiyan at pasalamatan?
Ay, kinikilala na natin ang ating pambansang kamuo, si Senator Manny Pacquiao. Siyempre, ang ating mga taga rito sa Batangas, sa pangunguna ng ating mayor ng ating Batangas City, si Ma'am Beverly de Macua, at ganoon din, nang alam ko yung nanonood ngayon, si Congressman Marino. Ang ating pagbati sa kanya, sa nakikita at nararamdaman din natin na pagpapahalaga niya pagdating sa palakasan, itong ganitong uri ng basketball.
Alright, maraming salamat. Once again, Mayor Ben Patron of San Jose, Batangas. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Gaya ng inaasahan, matindi yung bakbakan between Pangasinan and Batangas City. Batangas City on top by 2, 40-38 at the half. And you know, the numbers really speak for itself, Javi, in terms of the ebbs and flows of this game. And you know, 6 deadlocks, 6 lead changes and 5 deadlocks in the first half.
Yeah, but you know, it wasn't always like this. Batangas wasn't really on top in the first quarter. It was Pangasinan who ended out in the lead 23-16, but then the Tadwairam Masters responded by outscoring Pangasinan 24-15 in the second period. You look at the numbers there, halos magkadikit lang talaga, but what separated Pangasinan early was their three-point shooting. But then come the second quarter, you know, Batangas committed some turnovers, but Pangasinan committed 1 more compared to the Batangas City Tadwairam Masters, which Batangas capitalized on by converting them into 11 turnover points. Kaya naman nakaabante ang Batangas City at the end of the second quarter, and that's the reason why they are on top heading into the third period.
6 points apiece for Fontanilla and Vic Manuel for Pangasinan. Sa panig naman ng Batangas, Sedna Blaza and Ighalo, who stepped up when Jexter Apinan got injured in the second quarter. Each have 8 points. Jong Balornia with 7. Mark Cruz started going early with 6 points. And Pangasinan, you know, we've been talking about their three-point shooting today, 38%. Came in only shooting 22.4%. That's in the bottom 10 in terms of three-point shooting. But Batangas still in front by 2 as we head into the third. CJ Isit, Levi Hernandez, King Importante, Chris Porter, and O'Neal Arim. So small lineup for Coach Cholo Villanueva to begin.
Well, they're forced to play with this kind of unit with King Importante playing that 4 spot because of the absence of Jexter Apinan, who I'm not sure will be able to be back into this game, but he's there on the bench at mukhang wala naman na siyang mga bandages sa kanyang mukha or mga tissue na nagpapunas ng dugo. So Batangas might be exploring the opportunity of fielding him in back.
Ralph Robin, Vic Manuel, Ian Melencio, Joey Napoles, and Michael Mabulak, the 5 on the floor for Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Robin overshooting the target on that floater. Ball intercepted by Vic Manuel. Runs into CJ Isit. And Isit will be called with a blocking foul.
Vic Manuel actually might have also gotten away with a dribbling violation.
Melencio. Pangasinan down by 2. A minute gone by here in the third. Manuel. Oh, great look. But before the shot, there was a foul against Importante. And ito yung sort of new wrinkle, no, for Coach Gerson. Having Jory Napoles play that free spot and then Vic Manuel and Michael Mabulak at the 4 and the 5. You know, it creates some sort of mismatches. Kaya naman agad nag-size up naman ito si Coach Cholo Villanueva, inserting back ito si Mark Cruz. Ralph Robin steps back just inside the arc. That one rattles out. CJ Isit down low to Chris Porter, give and go. CJ Isit knifes through the lane and lays it up and in.
First basket in the game for the former Mapua Cardinal. A nice recognition from Chris Porter to give it back to CJ Isit on that cut.
Vic Manuel, he loves that spot. Left corner triple. Vic Manuel led 9. 42-41. Isit. Levi Hernandez against Jory Napoles. Nakaagaw dito ang Pangasinan. Ralph Robin. Jory runs through Levi Hernandez. He will be called with that foul. Levi Hernandez picks up his Third foul. Our play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Able to sneak in a layup there. CJ Isit. Way to get your first basket of this game.
Napoles continues his struggles from the line. 0 out of 2 on that trip. Hernandez. Last dish. Papunta dito kay Chris Porter. Libreng-libre sa ilalim.
At napaganda pa yung decision doon ni Levy Hernandez. I thought that it was going to be a bad pass, but Pangasinan was unable to anticipate.
Melencio. Oh, nice find. Mike Mabulak slides in and scores.
A sort of misdirection. Vic Manuel was flashing near the free throw line, asking for that pass. Everybody's attention was on him. They forgot Mabulak underneath.
Babasa isa ang lamang ng Batangas City. Unilarim. Rescreen by Mark Cruz. Receives the pass. Hernandez steps back over Jory Napoles and drills in that three-pointer.
He's loving this matchup against Jory Napoles. He's had Jory's number the past 2 offensive possessions.
At kanina pa nag-aasaran yung dalawang yan. Levy Hernandez coming alive early in the third quarter. Gixer, great move of the game, born for greatness. Levy Hernandez cashes in from deep. Had some choice words after para kay Jory Napoles. Mintes, yung tira doon ng Pangasinan. Batangas City on the attack. Hernandez again. Napoles getting his number that time. Robin escapes, lays it up and in.
Hernandez felt that like he had a foul committed on him by Jory Napoles. Unfortunately, referee Jojo Belna is not obliging.
Watch out for that. Napoles and Hernandez. Nakaagaw na naman dito ang Pangasinan. Mabulak. And people up in harms. They thought he got away with a walk. Meanwhile, Ralph Robin sinks in that 3 from the right corner.
And that puts Pangasinan back out on top. Ngayon naman ang Batangas City ang nagtatapon ng bola dito sa third quarter, just like what Pangasinan was doing in that second frame.
Mark Cruz does not get the bounce. Bagsak si Melencio, but able to save it onto the hands of Vic Manuel. Skip pass, Jory Napoles against Hernandez. No good. Unilarim on the right side. Release pass to Chris Porter. Short. Isit comes away with it. Gets it at the right side. Binigay kay Chris Porter. Hernandez. Napoles lurking. Almost a steal. Isit floats it up. No good. Robin. Down low they go. Mabulak. Jory Napoles slides in and gets bumped out of position by Levy Hernandez. That's his 4th foul. Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme X Play. On the Grow speaker, take your music anywhere. Ralph Robin providing a spark. Para dito sa Pangasinan.
Already 4 turnovers here in the third quarter for Batangas City. They entered the half only having 6 turnovers. And Pangasinan with 7. Pangasinan has yet to commit an error dito sa ating third quarter.
Cheda Blaza checks in. Chris Porter gets a breather. Jory Napoles, almost a double-double last game as we thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. 13 points, 9 rebounds in their big win against Pampanga. Those are his averages. Again, that free throw shooting has been a problem. 4 out of 9 in their last game. Missing another one here. Bongga Lanza Automatic on that mid-range jumper.
And he just really comes in and he gives you that scoring that you need, especially in quick bursts. Ito si Bonga Lanza, one of the streakiest shooters that we have here in the league.
Isit, wala. Seda Plaza, top of the key, free, good!
And they need to get him going. Ito si Seda Plaza, lalo't lalo na wala pang senyales na babalik si Jex Rapin nandito sa laro na to.
Approaching the 4-minute mark of the third. Manuel against Mark Cruz, asking for a clear out. Susugurin yung depensa. The one-hander by Vic does not work. Melencio fights for it. Battle for the ball. And a foul will be whistled against Batangas City.
That's the second time in this quarter that Ian Melencio has been able to corral an offensive rebound to generate another possession para dito sa Pangasinan.
Jay Collado at the line. He hit a three earlier in the first quarter. Jay Collado was also huge against Pampanga. Remember, he had that big three, I think around the third quarter. 52-50, Pangasinan. Abante ng dalawa. Collado, perfect from the line. Has 5 points. MJ De La Vergen gives CJ Isit a breather. Plaza going right at Vic Manuel. Fades away. Oh, picture perfect shot from Sed Ablaza.
A hurried shot right there early in the clock para kay Sed Ablaza, but he wanted to take advantage of the defense setting up late. Manuel was all over him, but he was still able to manufacture a shot. Sa kabila naman, gusto agad makabawi ni Vic.
Nakabigwit ng foul si mga Selman. After that drive, Vic Manuel, superb numbers against the defending champions.
We talked about it earlier, Ken. Sila nga ni Hesit Gabo ang talagang namuno sa Pangasinan nung game na yon in that fourth quarter.
Pasok yung unang free throw ni Vic Manuel. Nakasalukuyang may 10 puntos. Leading scorer for Pangasinan, averaging 17.6 points. While playing only 22.3 minutes. Has always been a great per minute monster para dito sa Pangasinan. Ito si Vic Manuel. MJ whips a pass to Jong Maloria. Ablaza inside, shifting hands in mid-air, and he now has 15 points.
A tough move right there. I thought Maloria got away with a walk.
55-54, the Heat Waves ahead by just one. Collado. Hand off to Galanza. Laban kay Ochea. The switch by Cruz on Bong. Galanza for free. Book it.
Oh my. Ay, Bonga Lanza is coming in and giving Pangasinan exactly what it needed.
58-54. Ablaza tries to respond. He does!
High looper of a shot there. Manuel was in front of him, but didn't really offer much resistance.
It was clean up top, but the question is, may foul ba sa ilalim? And Coach Cholo is up in arms. Our assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
We gotta see that again.
Pero hindi yata si Sid yung tinawagan ng foul dun eh. And mawawarningan din ang Batangas City for improper bench decorum. Magsanhan at the line. Former EAC General, also played for the UE Red Warriors. Pasok yung kanyang unang free throw. Magsanhan also was a former member of Batang Gilas.
Yes.
FIBA Asia under 16 and under 18. 2 for 2 at the line for his 7th point.
I think that was the same year as Kai Soto, if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check that.
Ball remains on the side of Batangas City. Tatlong kailangan nilang habulin dito. 60-57. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the third. Coach Cholo Villanueva. Almost a steal by Mabulak. Ablaza tries to recover. Bodies on the floor again. Mabulak comes away with it. Oh, a foul against Seth Ablaza.
I'm not so sure about that. I don't think it should have been a foul.
And Coach Cholo having a long look at Jojo Belnas right now. Sabi ni Jojo, niyapos daw. Tignan natin.
I credit a lot to the defense of Michael Mabulak there, making it hard for Ablaza to get that basketball. Okay, yeah.
Once naka-expose yung likod ng offensive player, mas madaling tawagan eh. Although yun nga eh, bang-bang goal yung mga ganyan. Michael Mabulak so far, 6 points, 8 rebounds. And I think we all need this break. Batangas City calling for time. They're down by 4 with 1 minute and 55 left here in the third quarter. Pangasinan ahead 61-57. We'll pause for break. Fan of the Game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Sulit na sulit ang pagpunta dito sa loob ng FPJ Arena. Dahil na matinding bakbakan ang inyong natutunghayan between Pangasinan and Batangas City. The Heat Waves have the lead. 4 points separating these two squads. 61-57. Off that flare screen, De La Virgen naghahanap ng papasan. It ends up with Jong Baloria, tightly guarded by Pagsanhan. Ablaza with 4 on their shot clock. Steps in. Oh, what a cut by Don Ochea, who uses his left hand to score.
Staying under composure, Ablaza did not panic, even with a 24-second shot clock going down to just 3. And Ochea making that right decision on the right time to get that pass and the cut.
Traveling against Bongalanza. That momentary hesitation cost him that.
Many people might be wondering that, you know, we're already experiencing this kind of action at this point of the game. Third quarter pa lang po tayo. We still have 10 more minutes of this intense action.
Ochea. At the elbow, Jong Baloria laban kay Harvey Pagsanhan. Kick out pass. Foul against Pangasinan. And they just only their first team foul of the quarter, amazingly.
Kaya kanina pa talaga nagrereklamo itong ang Batangas rather. Because Pangasinan has not been called for a team foul until now. We're already winding down this period. Imagine to not be called for a foul for almost the entirety of the third quarter.
Second infraction.
Technical foul against Batangas City. And Coach Cholo having a heated exchange with our game officials right now, particularly against Jojo Belnas.
Well, he's asking for a warning, but unfortunately they were already called for that in the first half.
Actually, hindi. Third quarter, yung improper bench decorum. na
Pareho,
tinawag sa
no?
kanila. Oo, pareho eh. Halos magkasunod. Free throw sank in by Jay Collado. 62-59. Coach Cholo Villanueva and his squad had to endure a lot of heartbreaks in their 3-year run with Batangas City. Remember that blown lead, 19 points against Zamboanga, a chance to make it to the finals. And then against Quezon in game number 2. Can they do the trick here this season? Right now, they're facing a stiff test in the Pangasinan Heatwaves, who continue to pour it on. Harvey Pagsanhan with 9 points.
Athletic finish right there, running the length of the floor, taking off early, going into a dipsy too.
MJ. Gabo and Ablaza jockeying for position. And Hesed Gabo pointing at Ray Gabriel. 4 na si Hesed Gabo dito. Let's see here.
Certainly a lot of contact there.
Ighalo played quality minutes back in the second quarter. Apinan still not in. Ablaza. Ball bounces out. Ball will go to Pangasinan with 10.3 seconds remaining in the third. Galanza to trigger it in. Fontanillo catches the pass. Fontanilla. Pocket pass to Mike Mabulak. Gets the bounce, but si foul.
Mabulak might not be scoring a lot, but you could certainly feel his impact on the game. That's point 7 and 8 on that shot right there. Nice setup coming from Josh Fontanilla. But again, his presence, ramdam mo siya from both sides. You see him playing defense aggressively on the ball, very actively denying the post entry when needed. See, he gets a steal here.
But could not get the shot in at the buzzer. But nonetheless, Pangasinan with a strong finish to the third. And the veterans have really stepped up. Mike Mabulak. And our highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
This is certainly
Themselves a good time here, our fans inside the FPJ Arena. Dito po sa bayan ng San Jose, Batangas. Pangasinan though, holding steady. They are in the lead, 66-59. Jay Collado gets it to Harvey Pagsanhan. Fontanilla on the right side. Quarter scoring po natin. It's been a game of quarters. Pangasinan held forth in the first and the third. Batangas, they own the second quarter. Meanwhile, we see here Bonga Lanza in disbelief after a foul.
And he was so sure that he got all ball on that shot. I already thought that he was gonna let Ochea get a free pass with that basket.
We'll pause for a break as we await the result of Coach
Made by Pangasinan Heatwaves is successful. There was no
Tagumpay
foul.
si Coach Gerson Cabiltes. But it will stay with the Rum Masters. So it was practically all ball, clean strip. Nako po. Coach Gerson, I think, or probably the entire Pangasinan team will be called with a technical foul.
I'm not sure what they're harping about. They already got what they wanted. Certainly not a good time for them to be acting this way. I know they're trying to prove a point, but you know, stuff like this can only leave a window open para dito sa Batangas City to get back into the game, especially early right now. Kaya lang mintis yung free throw doon ni Seda Blaza. But stuff like this can be momentum shifters for the opposing teams.
Blaza catch and shoot free. Off the mark. Fontanilla with a running start. Mabulak streaks down the lane. And he got caught warding off.
He knows it.
Oh,
he knows it.
No complaints from Coach Gerson this time. Batangas City still down by 7. 5 on the floor for the Rum Masters. De La Virgen, Ablaza, Don Ochea, Jong Baloria, and Ken Ighalo. MJ to Ochea. Catch and shoot free by Baloria. Well short. Ball ends up with Bonga Lanza, joined by Jay Collado, Mike Mabulak, Joshua Fontanilla, and Harvey Pagsanhan. Pagsanhan, the one-hander, rolls out. If you notice here, we haven't seen much of Mike De Gregorio in the second half.
Yeah.
That's a result of the inspired play of Fontanilla and Pagsanhan. Here is Joshua, no good. Mabulak grabs another rebound and draws another foul.
Baloria was in no man's land there. He was outnumbered. No other black shirt was in a position to get that defensive rebound. Mabulak had Pagsanhan and Fontanilla right there with him. But it was Mabulak who really asserted his will.
Meanwhile, let's check in with Mika Abesamis.
Season MVP, Finals MVP, Mythical 5, Defensive Player of the Season. These are the credentials of not the Komodo Dragon, but the little Komodo, Kael Mabulak. We all know the struggle of Mike, how it's been hard for him to get back in shape and back to MVP form. But because his son is now following his path, he has no reason to slow down. Sabi nga ni Mike, tinanong siya ni Kael, Daddy, magko-coach ka na lang ba? That line made him rise up to work on his jump shots, 50-50 ball. At yun na nga, he's back on track. Ken, Javi.
Like father, like son. And indeed, Mike Mabulak has shown that resurgence this season.
Iba rin talaga yung inspiration na nakukuha mo pag yung anak mo nagiging player na.
Oo.
Yan din yung experience na sinare ni Gabby Espinas a couple of years back, I think, or was it last year, when Ziv Espinas was the one that really inspired him to be a better player also. It's despite him being at the latter part of his career.
You're seeing Mike Mabulak, every time that ball bounces off the rim, he's always there in the vicinity, fighting for those rebounds, fighting for those loose balls.
At dahil nga parating nanonood yung mga anak mo, for guys like Michael Mabulak, they also strive to be an even better example to their children, especially those aspiring to be future basketball players.
He gets a breather there, as well as Jay Collado. In comes Jory Napoles and Vic Manuel. Of course, his ever-supporting wife, Mori, always in attendance. Panyamogan will be called with an offensive foul. Hitting in the chops itong si Joshua Fontanilla.
Kita-kita, it happened right in front of us. Definitely an extension of that off arm. Actually, meron na nga Siko na nauna eh. But that one was hard not to call. That second hit.
Two-hit combo pala nangyari dun. Palagay ko, ni-review na nila. So, just an offensive foul.
Kudos to Josh Fontanilla. He's been playing well in this game.
And Panyamogan and Fontanilla going at it. Joshua now with the controls. Giving chase, Panyamogan. Fontanilla serving the floor. Vic Manuel trying to position himself down low. Instead, it ends up with Galanza. Fadeaway jumper by Bong Pure.
Many people might just know him as an outside threat, but Bong definitely knows how to score in multiple ways. You saw it there. He puts the ball on the deck, spin, and fade away para kay Bong Galanza.
Panyamogan out of control, but a kick ball violation against Josh Fontanilla. Re-establishing a 10-point lead. And check out our play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Rising up against two defenders. That was a hard shot.
Ochea in trouble. 2 seconds remaining. Mark Cruz tries to bail them out. Ablaza extends and scores. Said Ablaza, 20 points, trying to will his team back.
Yeah, but outside of said, nobody has scored in double figures in this game para sa Batangas. The next leading scorer for the Rum Masters is Kenny Halo, and he has not yet scored here in the second half.
Manuel backing down Ochea. Before the shot, there was a foul against the former Adamson Falcon.
Boy, what a tough cover Vic Manuel is.
Don Ochea, last year's MPBL Defensive Player of the Year, but even he will have his hands full against the muscle man.
Aside from the talent and skill that he already possesses, dealing with his physicality is another thing.
We have a timeout here. Pangasinan ahead still, 69-61.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas, 50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 si MP! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Said Ablaza, last game po nila had 20 points, 14 in the second half. In fact, 9 of them coming in that big fourth quarter run. Shooting 60%, grabbed 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and duplicating that performance tonight, Javi.
Yeah, that's why they are no strangers to coming back from a deficit. Said Ablaza has been the main man of this Batangas squad for quite some time. Missed a lot of games the previous year. Then this year, he's been able to start it right in the opener. And once again, trying to lead Batangas City, hopefully over the hump, over that South Division finals that they seem to get past.
Fontanilla stops on a dime. No good. Levi Hernandez playing with 4 fouls. Oh, what a look. Panyamogan sends it to a streaking Mark Cruz for the layup.
Nice pass. Impressive catch. Great finish galing kay Mark Cruz.
Mabasa 6 ang lamang ng Pangasinan. Napoles. Fontanilla sends it to Bonga Lanza. Quick catch and shoot. Off the mark. Rebound by Panyamogan.
It was a gamble for Batangas City to play that 1-3-1 with Bonga Lanza on the floor. Oh!
But a heat wave got a piece of that one. Galanza and Hernandez fighting for it. A foul will be whistled against Jory Napoles. Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners.
What an impressive look right there coming from Philip Panyamogan. He duped everybody there. Lahat nakatingin sa kanya eh. That just also states how big of a threat he is as well with the basketball. Ito si Philip Panyamogan. Oh, that's a quick shot.
Hernandez, binasic lang. That's the lead down to 4, 69-65.
Piso-piso lang doon para kay Sniper de Mexico.
Cabo is back also with 4 fouls. Napoles tries to answer. It's good.
May not be your best three-point shooter, but he certainly can hit it from there. Jory Napoles making this a 3-possession ball game.
7 points for Jory Napoles. Foul against Pangasinan. It will go against Mabulang. Jory Napoles. And Levi Hernandez going at it once again here in the 4th. Pagsanhan returns. Labas muna si Mike Mabulak. So they will go small here. Napoles at the 4. So Pagsanhan will be tasked to shackle. Ito si Levi Hernandez. Plaza. Levi losing it. Oh, great pass. Pagsanhan streaking down the lane and lays it up and in.
I thought they forced the issue too much there. Levi Hernandez had Panyamogan already open on the flare.
Valoria draws a foul. They're down by 9. Our assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
See, this is not the time to try and get back at the player that's been really dueling you this entire game. I'm talking about Levi Hernandez trying to get back at Jory Napoles. He was already in a tight spot there, and he already had Panyamogan relocating to near the top of the circle.
Valoria, 2 for 2 at the line. Currently has 8 points. Trims the gap to 8, 74-66. Batangas City now onto a 2-3 zone. Vic Manuel, back to Gabo. Skip pass to Galanza. 8 seconds on their shot clock. Bong drives, kicks it out. Napoles, short. Oh, and Valoria could not control the rebound.
Pati nagkaintindihan doon yung dalawang kapampangan.
Baseline inbound para dito sa Pangasinan. How about Harvey Pagsanhan? Scoreless so far to begin. Coming in. Now has 11 points. Galanza. Rebound, Mark Cruz. Outlet. Gabo able to intercept it. As he flails to the side of Coach Cholo. Ball will stay with Batangas City. Panyamogan, Ablaza, Cruz, Hernandez, and Valoria are the unit para dito kay Coach Cholo. Quick catch and shoot. Levy doesn't go. Rebound, Vic Manuel gets fouled. Both teams over the limit.
Valoria though is pointing at Galanza. It was really Baloria who was holding on to Bonga Lanza, not the other way around.
Vic Manuel against Pampanga, 22 points. Short on the first free throw. Right now has 11 points, 2 rebounds. The muscle man. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Split from the charity stripe. The Heat Waves still in control, up by 9. Panya Mogan. Gabo fighting through that screen. Again, sliding in. Cruz recovers. Kisses it off the glass. And Mark Cruz with 10 points, 6 rebounds. And for Batangas City, no Jexter Apinan here in the second half. And for much of the ball game, Levi Hernandez in foul trouble, but still right in it. But a foul against the Rum Masters.
What a very smart way to bait the defense into fouling.
Just the smarts of Vic Manuel.
And also the strength with that basketball. Desididong-desidido siya na parang hindi niya talaga ipapasa yung bola eh.
Vic Manuel struggling at the line though, only 3 out of 6. Door still open though for Batangas City to make one last push.
Very much open indeed.
They call a timeout here with 3 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. They're trailing by 8 points, 76-68.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, para sa 100%'ong Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Still here at the FPJ Arena sa bayan po ng San Jose, Batangas. Of course, our good friend Iya Generoso is with us.
Busy, may ka-text na naman.
Naku! Patay tayo sa mga ganyan eh. Eto, 3 minutes 22 seconds left. Dapat nakatutok kayo sa ating laro dahil itong dalawang kupunan ayaw magbigay. Again, Ken Pangilinan with Javi Palanya, and at courtside we have Miss Mika Abesamis. And we're really thrilled to bring you this action between Pangasinan and Batangas City. That's it for Hesed Gabo.
Yeah.
He is gone. Committing his 5th foul. And rarely do you see Hesed Gabo foul out of a game, even though he's really aggressive on defense. And he will exit with a total of 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. Mark Cruz short free throw shooting has been suboptimal to say the least. Mark Cruz though, against Bataan, 11 points, 5 rebounds, perfect from the line.
They've missed 7 free throws already tonight.
Pasok yung pangalawang free throw. Still a free possession ball game. Approaching the 3-minute mark of the 4th. Melencio, Pagsanhan, Galanza, Napoles, and Vic Manuel, the 5 on the floor for Coach Gerson. Melencio pulls up. Oh, that's a thing of beauty from
That's
Ian
cold.
Melencio.
That's cold, really cold. Coming in off the bench to replace a found out Hesed Gabo. Coming in and contributing right away.
Sliding in, Mark Cruz keeping the fight for Batangas City. 13 points. for Mark Cruz. 78-71. 2:20 left. Vic Manuel. Pagsanhan. How huge has he been having in this ball game? 13 points for Harvey Pagsanhan.
Yeah, Pagsanhan, I did not realize how important his contributions were until now. Even Vic Manuel recognizing that, making the cut, ito si Harvey Pagsanhan. Check this one out. Giving it to Vic Manuel. You expect Vic to try and work and operate from that area of the floor, but he sees the double and he knows this is a crucial time. Alam naman niya na lamang sila dito. Ang importante, makascore sila. And that opportunity presented itself when Harvey made the cut. Di naman siya pinahiya doon ni Pagsanhan.
And now, our game officials are reviewing this last foul call. It was Pagsanhan and Levy Hernandez involved in that skirmish again. Pagsanhan doing it on both sides of the floor. First quarter pa lang, ang main assignment niya was to guard Levy Hernandez. Commissioner Kenneth Dorendes. Stern look. But obviously having some fun here dahil nga napakaganda po ng laro natin ngayon, no? Between the Heat Waves and the Realm Masters. That's big. Not only do you give 2 free throws to Pagsanhan, but Levy Hernandez has fouled out. What a turn of events here. A potential 6-point swing para dito sa Pangasinan. Harvey gets it in. Coming into this game, has not scored whatsoever from the line, from the field, but here, 15 points.
And Levy has been bothered a lot. Ooh.
That was quick.
You see pa eh.
Oo. Napoles to trigger it in. Pagsanhan now. As we are coming into the last 2 minutes of the ball game. Manuel one-on-one against Ablaza. Puts it up. That one rattles out. Batangas City down by 11.
Posible pa ito.
Skip pass to Zed Ablaza, creating space. Cashes in for his 22nd point.
Batangas City needs a string of stops.
Almost a steal. Oh, and they force an 8-second backward violation. Kahapon lang, Caloocan was trailing by 8. 70-62. That was under 2 minutes. And then came back and stole that one away from the Jensen Warriors. And Batangas do the same here in front of their home crowd. So far at home, they're 1-1. Lost to Quezon on their opener. Oh, great cut. Ochea! And Pagsanhan thought it was all ball.
Coach Gerson will be challenging this one. Already had a successful one earlier. And that's why meron pa silang isang pwede magamit dito. Batangas will not shy away so easily here.
Big call here with 1 minute and 19 seconds left. We'll pause for a break. We'll find out the result of this challenge.
Heat waves was unsuccessful. Foul on Harvey
This time
Pagsanhan.
around, bigo si Coach Gerson. Unsuccessful challenge for the Pangasinan Heatwave. So Donut Chea, they troop to the line. This was that last foul call against Harvey Pagsanhan.
There definitely was contact on the wrist. Tamaan niya na una yung bola, pero yung pangalawang kamay, that right hand, he caught the wrist. Ooh, again, free throws. Really a problem para sa Batangas City.
Big miss.
They missed 10 in their last game.
Mintis din yung pangalawang free throw ni Donut Chea. So this remains a 9-point ball game. Oh, Vic Manuel free. Lays it up and in, plus a foul. And that could be the dagger.
That's the danger of trying to pressure in the backcourt. You try and put all your energy and effort into forcing a steal, a turnover, but you forget about the guy that you leave. You're trapping, and that's why there certainly will be one man wide open, and that time it was Vic Manuel.
84-73. Valoria. One-hander by Cruz. Basket and one. Chance to make this an 8-point ball game with 58.6 seconds remaining.
This is not it over. Not a good foul there by Vic Manuel.
Also, it did not help that he missed his bonus shot, leaving the door slightly open para dito sa Batangas City. Cruz, 16 points, his season high this year. Fontanilla catches. Oh, steal! CJ Isit. That's a foul against Joshua Fontanilla.
And also, ang maganda dyan, Ken, konti lang oras ang natapyas sa ating game clock.
Each team has a timeout remaining. Both teams over the limit.
If CJ can make these two free throws, it's down to a 6-point lead.
Two-possession ball game.
They can get another stop. They can cut it down to just 4, maybe even 3.
Pasok yung unang free throw ni CJ Isit. Former San Juan Knight, CJ. 2 for 2 at the line. Calmly sinks both. Defensive substitution para kay Coach Cholo Villanueva. Pasok dito siging importante. So they're going small, replacing Sed Ablaza. Also, Ablaza has 4 fouls. Valoria also has 4 fouls. Mike De Gregorio comes in. Oh, he falls down. They almost lose it. Galanza recovers, but still in trouble. And King Importante tying him up. Possession arrow though pointing to the side of the Heatwave, but only 13 seconds on their shot clock. That was a wild sequence.
They almost lost it a couple of times. Itong Pangasinan.
And great job by the Rum Masters.
Initially, De Gregorio almost lost it. He was tumbling down. They could have actually got into an 8-second violation.
So Pangasinan rather with the basketball. No need to foul if you're the Rum Masters. Just a 2-possession ball game. Galanza having trouble inbounding. Pagsanhan trying to escape. Oh, gets fouled. Importante clips him on the arm.
I was about to say, it's going to be a really bad time for you to foul at this moment. If you do, then that's going to be it.
Harvey Pagsanhan with 15 points. And also doing it on the defensive side of the floor.
Pagsanhan has a chance to seal this game para sa Pangasinan.
Yet to miss from the line. And that continues, 5 out of 5. Making this a 3-possession ball game again. Short. Ochea gets it. Oh, not a good pass. Isit was on the other side. And Don Ochea did not see him. That was a missed opportunity for the Rum Masters. Galanza to trigger it in. They lob it up to Vic Manuel. Natapik, naagaw ni CJ Isit. Spins around Melencio. This is big. Valoria, short. Galanza facing a double team. Importante grabs it. Sends it to CJ Isit. And he'll head to the line with 15.5 seconds remaining.
Even if it seems quite out of reach at this point, you still love the fighting spirit being shown by the Rum Masters. That's exactly what you want coming from your players. Hanggat may oras, lalaban at lalaban.
CJ Isit has been steady from the free throw line, has made his free throws. This to make this a 5-point ball game. Mintis yung pangalawa, but he gets the ball back. Still a chance here for Batangas City. Valoria steps back for free. No good.
That's it.
They had their chances. The Rum Masters. But Pangasinan looks like they will hold on. What a game this was. And for the Heat Waves, after losing their very first game against Binyan at the Alonte Sports Arena, that pulsating finish against Ilagan, and then that statement win against Pampanga, and then here, Harvey Pagsanhan stepping up and giving Pangasinan this win. Valoria tried to draw contact. And that's the end of the ball game. A hard-fought match between these two familiar foes. But Pangasinan coming out on top here. They win this one, 85-79.
It was a fight to the finish. We expected nothing less from these two teams. Admirable effort by both coaches for really trying to steady the ship at various points in the game. But kudos to the Pangasinan Heatwaves for holding tough down the stretch.
Our blessed player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Harvey Pagsanhan was our pick for this one. So much choices in this game. Galanza came up with a good performance. Vic Manuel, as expected, had another good game para sa kanila. But Harvey Pagsanhan, his impact was not only on the offensive side, but just the way he was able to get under the skin of the players that he was guarding. Levy Hernandez, Jong Valoria, talagang pinahirapan niya itong mga player na to. And he ended up being the top scorer still of Pangasinan despite not scoring in the previous games.
Heatwaves prevailing over the Rum Masters, 85-79. Let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat, kasama ko ngayon ang best player of this game. Walang iba kung hindi si Harvey Pagsanhan. Harvey, alam ko kakabalik mo lang galing injury. Naging big impact agad sa larong ito, lalo sa second half, sa fast break points. Kumusta ka at yung recovery mo?
Yun lang, yung nag-focus talaga ako sa recovery ko since nung na-injury ako ng first game. Sobrang gusto ko maglaro sa mga past game namin, pero pinipigilan din talaga ako ng mga coaches na kailangan talaga fully recovery ako.
Harvey, ang daming injury sa wing, no? Si Wico, si Talio. Gaano nyo nahahandle yung pressure kayo nila Bong, kayo nila Mike D sa posisyon na yun?
Yun nga, next man up lang kami lagi. Yung madami naman mga magagaling na players si Coach Gerson. So yun, nag-i-step up lang kung sino yung mga line up, yun lang yun talaga, nag-i-step up lang.
Speaking of magagaling na players ni Coach Gerson, ang sunod na kalaban nyo ay ang Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Anong nasa isip mo?
Siguro gagawin ko lang din kung ano yung ginawa ko ngayon, and always ready lang ako sa mga ipapagawa ni Coach.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko si Gob Monmon Guico, Dar Secretary Conrad Estrella, Kong Esquimo Estrella, Kong Art Celeste, Mayor Cesar Cambao, Mayor Brian Celeste, sa major sponsor namin sa Pangasinan, ang Galing Abono Party List, Comulaya Resort, Boracay de la Ia, at sa mga fans na sumusuporta sa Pangasinan, maraming salamat. Binabati ko yung girlfriend ko, si Shara, and yung family ko sa Kabanatuan. And yung mga tropa ko, sila pong Antonio, Darwin, Gob, yung iba pa. Maraming salamat sa sumusuporta sa akin. Tsaka kay Jumbo Plastic, kay Boss Jimmy De La Cruz, at kay Coach Steve Chu.
Maraming salamat po. What an emotional moment for Harvey Pagsanhan. Our best play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ken and Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Well-deserved award for Harvey Pagsanhan, towing Pangasinan to a win here. Bukas tutungo po tayo sa Oriental Mindoro sa Pola Gym. 4 p.m. we start with Bulacan Cuyas taking on the Basilan Viva Port Masters, followed by the Davao Occidental Tigers. They will go up against the undefeated Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. And in our main game, the Parañaque Patriots travel and face the home team, the Mindoro Tamaraws. And that's gonna do it for coverage for today. On behalf of Javi Palanya and Miss Mika Besamis, ako po si Ken Pangilinan. Maraming salamat sa pagtutok ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.